But let me ask the question that no engineer wants to hear, which is the question of timeline. When do you think the merge will happen? Do you have a sense it might happen this year? Do you have a sense it might be pushed towards next year, 2022, um, or even beyond?
I think early 2022 is like the most realistic. There's, I think, there's definitely still like an optimistic case of it happening this year, but like the realistic thing to count on is definitely the early part of very early part of next year.
Okay, all right. Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? Hope you're all doing really well. Having a really great day. In this video, I want to talk about Ethereum and the merge and all that stuff. There has been some updates, and I just want to update you all on what I've been hearing and reading. There's a couple Twitter posts that I'm going to read here, and I'm just going to talk about a lot of different things. Also, I want to talk about some ASICs because there are some emails that I've been getting regarding people that have pre-ordered these, and I do have some insider information regarding of just some information when these are in production and when they're going to be shipped. So take that information with a grain of salt when I talk about it, and we're going to talk about a bunch of other stuff in this video. So hopefully you guys enjoy, just giving you guys my opinion and perspective of some things that I've been hearing recently. Okay, so let's go. I forgot to mention that I just played this clip from Lex Friedman. He did an interview with Vitalik Buterin, and I did this video back in June 7th of 2021 talking about the merge and Vitalik giving his, I guess, prediction or when the merge is supposed to happen. And he said, realistically, Q1 of 2022. But here we are today. There is Tim Bako. He has been working hard on the merge and all this stuff, and they recently had an all core devs meeting, and he tweeted out a bunch of stuff which I'll have linked down below. You guys can read it. I'm just gonna read a couple of tweets here. He says, "We think 4 months is a generous time frame from having the code done to seeing the merge on mainnet. We think there's a chance that this can happen by February. Obviously still a lot of unknowns, so we decided to set the bomb based on that." And there is a tweet he clarify here. To clarify this tweet, this can happen, it says not happy, by February, was referring to the code being done, not the merge on mainnet. Okay, guys, so just to clarify that, for some people, maybe understanding that the merge may happen in February. Tim Bako says here, no, he was referring by the code being done by February, not having the merge on mainnet. So it's not confirmed, but you can tell here that it's not going to happen in February. It could happen after February, could be in June, could be, who knows, July, could be in May or April. My prediction, actually, I'm thinking like September or on, or even farther. I just have this gut feeling in me that it's going to be delayed even further, but don't take my word for it. This is the information that we have now. So plan based on that. What's your risk tolerance? What do you think is going to happen in the future? I'm going to give some scenarios near the end of the video talking about just the market and GPUs and all that kind of stuff later on, guys. But anyways, yeah, so this is what is happening. Okay, so I guess we have some kind of relative confirmation of some sort that he says here, all that being said, we're going to push the bomb back to June 2022, which is 4 months after February. To be clear, if the merge was ready before, we could do it prior to that. I think I mentioned that before. So also we can push the bomb back again if we're not ready. We'll need to make a call around February. This strikes a balance between keeping the momentum going, ideally not pushing back the bomb twice, and having some buffer room for a longer than usual rollout or large hash rate changes on the network. Again, lots of uncertainty, but that's what we agreed to. Okay, so a lot to just digest here. I've been just reading a bunch of stuff, but yeah, EIP 4345. All right, this is a difficulty bomb delay that they're gonna implement in, I guess, the end of this year. I think December sometime. But anyways, this is what is gonna help not cause the network to be slow. All right, as we've had this before, okay, we've had many times back in previous history. Just looking at the the average Ethereum block time chart here, talked about this before, but so just real quick, we had the Byzantium hard fork, all right, where it also dropped the Ethereum block rewards from 5 to 3, but you can see here that the difficulty bomb was activated, and back then there was no EIP or anything that was implemented to delay this difficulty bomb. So you can see here, it was literally almost running for about 5 or 6 months, and the network had block times all the way up to like 18, 19, 20, 25, 30-second block times, okay, for a good amount of time, right? But then Byzantium, they had the Byzantium hard fork, and then it lowered it back down to about 13 seconds, 14 seconds average block time, right? Then the next one was Constantinople, and then they also had a drop of block rewards from 3 to 2. Okay, 2 block rewards, which is what we have today still. There was also another bomb activation during this time, and then there was Murray Glacier, I believe it was called, back in January 1st to delay the difficulty bomb yet again. And then we had, I think we had another one, EIP 1559, which I think the EIP was called 3554, and that delayed the difficulty bomb all the way up until this year. It's going to delay all the way up to December 2021. So that is why they're implementing this EIP 4345 to delay the difficulty bomb till June 2022, or else we're going to have a pretty slow network, just like what happened prior to Byzantium hard fork. So yeah, Arrow Glacier is the code name for this, forgot to mention. All right, guys, so that is the update of just Ethereum, and the merge is realistically what they say here in some kind of confidence in June, around June of 2022. So we have about, as of recording this video, about, I don't know, let's see here, about 8 months from now? Yeah, 8 months from now that the merge could be implemented in about 8 months, all right, or around there. Could be earlier, could be later, who knows? We don't know if that's going to happen. Anyways, let's go along. Next part I want to talk about is ASICs. I've been getting a lot of questions regarding ASIC miners, and you guys know I do have a few. And I mean, okay, I've talked about it before. I've talked about buying ASICs many times before, and sure, there has been many ASICs this year. If you bought it prior to January, maybe February, depending which ones, like IB-Link BMK1, it would have paid itself off. The Antminer A10 Pro, the 750 mega hash, or even the 500 mega hash ones, if you bought those last year, they've definitely paid themselves off now. But now, I want to talk about mainly the A11 Pros and the Antminer E9s, okay? These two are ones that are, I would think, really controversial in my opinion in terms of just how much they cost. I think I've seen prices up towards like 30,000, 20,000 or something. They're just crazy amount in price, right? So I let me just read some things here that I got messaged about from a credible source. So talking about Antminer L7, this is the new Litecoin miner. I think it's like 9.5 gigahash on the script algorithm. They say here, L7 is on production of Bitmain. It will deliver in November and December in 2 batches. For E9, the Antminer E9, this is the 3 gigahash Ethereum miner, okay? They said here E9 still hasn't started production yet. Mind you, I just got this information like 2 days ago. Just to give you the date of recording, guys, it's October 17th, okay, as I'm recording this, okay? So for the Antminer E9, still hasn't started production yet. They just announced because their production line is busy and making thousands of S19s and L7s because of the demand. The Innosilicon A11 Pros may deliver by the end of December. They will start production soon. Okay, so for those that have been asking me about pre-ordering or trying to buy an Antminer E9 and A11, here's the information that I got. This is what's happening with the L7s, the E9s, and potentially the A11s, okay? Which sounds like it's coming pretty much after December, January 2022 or so. Probably later, to be honest. Like the way things are happening around the world, logistics, you know, manufacturing, silicon, whatever, all that stuff, it's interesting, right? And actually, I forgot to just touch on the S19 and L7 because of the demand here. So straying away here, the S19 is a Bitcoin miner, and then the L7 is a Litecoin miner. Just to touch on those real quick. So yes, there's a lot of demand for these ASIC miners because obviously everything is profitable right now. The market has gone up way more than the network hash rate for Litecoin. There's a lot of people out there that believe Litecoin or even Dogecoin because you can, you know, mine Litecoin, merge mine Dogecoin, and get both coins at the same time with any script miner, you know, L3 Plus or anything like that. So there's a lot of hype around it, but that's because of the way the market's gone up, the way Dogecoin price has gone up. Elon Musk, you can, whatever you believe. That's why these ASIC miners are so profitable right now, and why there are so many different manufacturers that are making Litecoin, or actually marketed as Dogecoin ASICs, okay, which is kind of, I don't know what to say. I don't want to get too like political about it, but my opinion, I just think it's too hyped, and there's potential for a lot of people to get burned if they're going to be buying these at potentially, I don't know if this is the height of the market or not. Don't quote me on that. It's a risk that you're going to take, then go for it. But you just have to understand, what could potentially happen and what could potentially not happen in the markets. And if you're able to, pay this thing off in a reasonable time, or if you're thinking long term, then good for you. Comparing these ASICs, comparing to the other ASIC miners out there, of course, these are a lot more efficient than all the other ones previously, obviously. Anyways, I am really straying off in this video. I wanted to touch on, I'll make another video regarding the L7s, okay? I have a lot of opinions regarding Litecoin and Dogecoin. But anyways, talking about the E9 and A11 Pros, all right? These ASIC miners, there's a lot of questions about people asking, like, am I gonna make my money back if I buy these? And you know what? In my opinion, I just can't buy these. In my opinion, I don't think I would buy these, because the initial cost of these, I think, is up to 30,000 or 40,000 or something. I don't know how much these are actually. Oh, Miner Bros, I think they show the price of these on their website, but let's just see here. The E9, Antminer E9. Okay, there is no price on the Antminer E9 on Crypto Miner Bros. Anyways, talking about these, okay, I just don't think it's a great buy. I know it seems like they make a lot of money right now. Yes. At the current state, the current price of Ethereum, yes. And also the current state of the network difficulty and the network hash rate, right? All these equate to what the profitability is on what to mine, okay? So if these things are still here by the time, these E9s or A11s actually ship, according to what I just heard 2 days ago, end of December, delivered by end of December, and then the E9, it hasn't even started production yet, okay? So they say they just announced because their production on it is busy. Oh man, I feel so bad for people that pre-ordered these. Like, you guys, I've said it many times before, like, I just don't agree with pre-ordering ASICs. There's been so many times where people have been burned, and again, if this happens again, man, that's on you. You guys got to do your own research. But now, correlating with what we are just talking about with the merge, right? If that's going to come about in around June of 2022, maybe earlier, maybe later, right? Could be delayed again, right? That's something, that could happen, right? It could happen. That's a risk maybe some people are wanting to take. But, that's a really high risk right now. So this is literally, for those that don't understand, maybe still listening, hopefully, that you understand that this is supposed to turn off proof of work, right? Ethereum is moving to proof of stake. So you will not be able to mine with your ASICs anymore. You will not be able to mine Ethereum with your GPUs anymore. Okay, so I guess I should have started off with that. But just for people listening, or maybe people that have been subscribed to me so far, you guys should understand, buying these kind of things, these ASIC miners, do you think you can ROI or break even at least maybe 6 to 8 to 10 months from now, right? Who knows? Anyways, let me just do a little quick calculation here. So let's do the E9, for example. Let's just do the Antminer E9. So let's see, $246 a day. All right, 246 times, let's just say 30 days. So as of right now, all right, this makes about $7,300 a day. Now, let's times it by 6 months. Okay, so that's $44,000. So potentially, if this thing costed $30,000, then you would make it back within less than 6 months, maybe 4 months. Okay, big if, that's if the prices of Ethereum stay this way, right? It could go up, it could go down. Who knows, right? In the next 4 to 6 months. And then also, mind you, if the network hash rate continues to climb, then the piece of the pie gets smaller and smaller. Okay, you guys got to keep that in consideration. All right, that's something you'll have to understand in your risk assessment. All right, and when you're buying hardware, just understanding what's to come. Okay, if the hash rate keeps going up and up and up, then the profitability could get lower and lower and lower. But dependent if the price of Ethereum keeps on going up, things will still be fine, because the reason why things are so profitable right now is because the network difficulty and the hash rate as well hasn't gone up that many times as what the price has done. Okay, that's why things are incredibly profitable right now. Okay, I just want to put that in perspective for a lot of people. Mining has been really profitable, mining Ethereum. Okay, I'm just talking about Ethereum only, since I think the DeFi summer. All right, DeFi summer of 2020. That was back in like June or July. That's when it really started ramping up. The network for Ethereum, there was a lot of transactions happening, decentralized finance, Uniswap, all that kind of stuff that was causing the block rewards to become sometimes, I don't know, 8, 10, 20, 30, 50 Ethereum per block. And us miners were able to essentially take advantage of that during that time, because EIP 1559 wasn't implemented by then. All right, so yeah, it's it was really nice last year, beginning of July of 2020, but up until now, like, mining profitability is still amazing. Okay, and the reason why for that is because of how much hardware is mining on Ethereum right now. It's just, the difficulty, the hash rate hasn't gone up that many times as the price of Ethereum. Okay, so hopefully you guys understand that. That goes, the same methodology goes along with all the other proof of work coins out there. Bitcoin mining is profitable right now. All Litecoin mining is profitable right now. That's why you're seeing these high profitability numbers on these hardware, because there's not enough hardware out there in the world to take advantage of the profitability that you're seeing, right? So, if the network hash rate went as many times up as what the price did on Ethereum, then the profitability would still be what it could break even like 10 cents a day on like an RX 580 rig. I don't have the example up here, but I did have a video back, like, I think a year and a half ago, showing that this RX 580 rig, right, at 180 mega hash roughly, was making like 50 or 30 cents a day at 10 cents kilowatt hour. But here we are today, this 6x RX 580 rig is able to yield about $12, $13 after electric, which is amazing. It's amazing. But the amount that you are receiving, like the Ethereum, like the coin itself, is much, much lower than it was before. Okay, I remember, I think back a year and a half ago, a 6x580 rig was able to yield about 0.0, I think 15. So obviously you guys can understand why we're getting less, right? I don't think I need to explain that. But yeah, the hash rate and the difficulty has gone up. I would say, I'm gonna say about 3.5, 4 times than what it was back in August, July, DeFi summer. That's when it started. And I think the price of Ethereum back then was, let's just make sure, it was in 2020 August, was about 300. All right, so $300 to $400 the price of Ethereum during this time of DeFi summer. So how many times has Ethereum gone up until now compared to the network hash rate? And that is why things are so profitable right now. So I just wanted to clarify that many times, because some people aren't understanding why things are so nice right now. So I don't know. Okay, this is all just speculation. Okay, so if you are planning on buying any hardware, even GPUs, just think about what's going to happen. Okay, we have these LHR cards, right? And now I haven't talked about GPUs at all. I'm sorry, this video is going to be long. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and it's just all in my head here, guys. I don't have any scripts. Anyways, LHR cards. These are the cards a lot of people seem to be buying because they're obviously available. Miners are buying them. A lot of people are getting into the market right now. One thing that nobody knows. We don't know. A lot of people are speculating Bitcoin's going to go to 100K, 200K, 350K. Who knows? I have absolutely no idea. We know that Ethereum is going to be moving to proof of stake, and we kind of have, like, I guess, a confirmation here that it's going to happen June of 2022. That's the month that we are gathering here regarding proof of stake, okay? And so that will render mining Ethereum no more. No one can mine Ethereum anymore. To go along with just a bunch of other coins out there, okay? This is something that a lot of people are wondering, okay? So if you're just, example, you bought a 3070 Ti and you can't mine Ethereum anymore, how much, I don't know how many ASICs are on the Ethereum network. People are speculating between 30 to 40 to 50 to 60%. I'm not quite sure how much of the hash rate is on Ethereum, but let's just say, for example, like 400 terahash is on the Ethereum network, 400 terahash of GPUs. And if all of that hash rate were to move over to other coins, let's say like Ravencoin, for example, which, you can just divide that by 2, because mining on Ravencoin, you pretty much cut your hash rate in half dependent on which GPUs you have. And so, yeah, you'll get like, let's say another 200 terahash on Ravencoin. You look at the network hash rate for Ravencoin right now, it's 6.7 terahash. That will definitely make Ravencoin unprofitable as of now. That is, as of now. Obviously, all that hash rate is probably not going to just flow into Ravencoin. Obviously, there's a lot of other coins out there: Conflux, Ryo, Ergo. This is also a very big, prominent coin a lot of people have been talking about. Firo. They're moving to FiroPow, which is a new algorithm, which I'll make another video about in a couple of weeks. I think that's when they're going to do it. All these other coins here, it's just going to be, there's going to be this huge leveling off period. When the merge happens, there's going to be a massive like influx of hash rate just move into all these other coins that you see on What to Mine, because everyone is going to try and find the most profitable coin. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure like 99% of us are into GPU mining because of some type of money making financial aspect, profitability aspect. Most of us are mining Ethereum right now. Okay, let's not kid ourselves here. So when that time comes, if any of these coins potentially have some type of market making event, Ravencoin, there's a halvening coming up in January in the next 2 months. Okay, is there going to be a price boom on Ravencoin? Who knows? That could potentially happen. Ergo. Can Ergo have, a market making event? Could Ethereum Classic carry the crypto mining community? Could Zeno carry the community? All these other coins here, if there's a couple of these coins that could just go up, multiple times in price and could handle more of the hash rate that could be spread across more of the coins, then profitability wise, things could potentially be fine. But that's going to depend totally on the prices of the coins, network hash rates, okay, all those variables that equate to the profitability, the, like equilibrium of all these numbers that you're seeing for, depending on what the coin that you want to mine, the profitability of those. That's what you're seeing on What to Mine. Okay, guys. And then actually one thing I want to touch on is just the DAG size for a bunch of coins out there that require, certain GPU VRAM. Okay, so like for example, Ravencoin, they just went over 3 gigabytes. Okay, so my 3 gigabyte cards can no longer mine Ravencoin anymore. All right, so how many 3 gigabyte cards are out there? Are they? They're probably all mining Ethereum Classic at the moment. Okay, so I know there's a lot of like P10690s out there, and they're probably mining Ethereum Classic. But you can see here, Ethereum Classic DAG is going to hit, they're at 2.789 as of recording, okay, so October 17th. This 3 gigabyte DAG size is going to go over by June 18th of next year, of June of 2022, okay? So if there's a lot of 3 gigabyte cards, that they're going to move over to other lower DAG coins, okay? I'm on Minerstat DAG size list here. So Ergo, right now, potentially Ergo is at 2 gigabytes, right? They're not going to hit the 3 gigabyte DAG until February of 2023. So just be mindful of what kind of GPUs you're buying, because when there's going to be that leveling off period, 4 gigabyte cards, 6 gigabyte cards, 8 gigabyte cards, you got to be mindful of. We've been here before, okay? I remember, I think it was in 2019 or 18 that Ethereum wasn't the most profitable coin for some months, maybe some weeks. It was maybe like Cortex, Conflux, where you needed GPUs over 8 gigabytes. Okay. And so for people that had 8 gigabyte cards, they were totally doing everything. They were totally mining just fine. But for those that had like 4 gigabyte cards, let's say Polaris 4 gigabytes, or maybe like 1650 4 gigabytes, or 1050 GTX 1050 Ti 4 gigabytes. There's a lot of different 4 gigabyte cards out there, but and the 1066 gigabyte cards and maybe the RX 5600 XTs. I think those are 6 gigabyte. You just got to be mindful of which GPUs you're going to be buying and the VRAM on them, and the potential. Just you got to think of the future. Once Ethereum moves to proof of stake, it's going to be a massive flux of hash rate move into all these coins. It's going to be a massive leveling off period. I cannot predict which one it'll be. Nobody's going to know, but I just gave the gist of the potential scenarios that could play out, right? Dependent on the price of the coin, all that stuff, profitability, network hash rates, coins, ASICs. Oh man, there's just so much out there. I don't think I have so much more to talk about, but this video is way too long. If you made it to the end, please let me know, but I don't blame anybody that did not make it to the end. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts if you think that I guess the merge is going to happen in the next 8 months. Okay, so that's the time frame right now that the merge is going to happen in about 8 months. Okay, so my friends, thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a good one, and peace out.